So here we are, the moment of truth. The one part about putting this Kentucky rifle together that makes everybody nervous. We're at the point where we're drilling in through the stock into the tinions. And what I did before I put this stock on the barrel, I took a piece of tape and lined the tape up with the center of the tinion. And this one, I marked front, so I know that the tinion is this way. Center of the tinion is right on the end of that line, and it's 1 inch from the flat to the center of the tinion. Same thing with this one, 1 inch from the flat to the center of the tinion. And I don't have anything fancy to work with, so what I've got is this 90-degree straight edge. And if I lay this flat across here, and it's perfectly flat on the top of the barrel, and I come down 1 inch, that should give me my point of where I need to drill that hole, as long as that is flush and right on line with the tape. I should be dead center of the tinion. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that punch, and once I get everything where I want it, I'll make a punch hole right at 1 inch, and that way the drill shouldn't walk. And by the way, there's a special size drill, some goofy drill that you got to get for this. I don't know why they go with the size, but it is a number 32, which is a 2.5 millimeter. There is no exact fractional drill bit that matches this, so you'll need to get a number 32 from Irwin or wherever, but a number 32 that is a 2.95 millimeters to drill this hole that fits those pins. So you'll need this. All right, here we go, finished. Pins are in. Little note here, if you don't want to drill all the way through to both sides and you only want to have these holes on one side, you can. The pins are not long enough to go all the way out and smooth on both sides. So if you just want holes on one side, you can get away with that, and it'll still hold the barrel just fine. I aged this brass. The big pieces of brass look great. The cap on the front, this aged really well, and this aged really well. But the vinegar and salt trick, didn't like this too much. I guess this stuff has some copper in it. It's not pure brass like this. So it had this, almost looks like a penny, a copper penny color come out in it. Same thing along this on the bottom, so be aware of that if you try to age it. These had that same kind of copper color to them. Now, polished them back out. But this aged really well. This aged really, really well. It looks like it's 100 years old. That looks great. All in all, really enjoyed it. I got a crack here in the gap between the two pieces of stock that I didn't have before. Don't know how that got there. Maybe it's tighter with the all the finish and stuff on the stock, but trigger works well. Very, very sensitive front trigger. Very, very sensitive. I'm gonna like that. It's gonna be great for shooting. Sights went in good. I'm happy with the browning on the barrel, how that turned out. All in all, it was a lot of fun. All right, mistakes made, lessons learned. One, when you go to age your brass on this kit, if you try that vinegar and salt, not all of this brass is pure brass. So you may get a little bit of a pink tint in some of it. So you may want to look at an alternate means other than the vinegar and the salt. The second thing that I learned, this gap is here because when I put the stock on the barrel before I drilled the holes, I didn't put a clamp here. if you would just put a simple wood clamp on this, pull it tight, drill and put the pin in back here first, and that will hold this up tight, and you won't have a gap right there. It'll be really, really tight and flush. And then as you come out to the front, put a a clamp here too. So when you go to start, put a clamp back and then in the front, and that'll pull it up nice and snug when you go to drill your holes and put your pins in. I did not do that. I had my wife hold it up against the barrel while I drilled the hole, and what we ended up with is we started at the front and we came to the back, and we weren't squeezing here, so we had a little gap. So clamp in the front back, clamp in the front, and make sure that this is flush before you drill your holes and put your pins in. Also, I put some wood putty in here, some wood filler in here, and stained it to get it to blend in instead of having those holes. In the video prior to this, I think I mentioned about how you don't have to drill these holes all the way through. If you don't drill these all the way through and you decide at some point in time you want to take the barrel out or take the stock off, you're going to be in trouble because you won't have a way to knock the pins out. So go ahead and drill all the way through and out the other side of the stock. That way you'll have a way to knock the pins out if you ever need to repair the stock or replace the stock or work on the barrel or anything. Another lesson learned, while I was doing the barrel, I got the front end a little too hot, and you can see it right there how it reflects a little brighter. Up here was fine, but down here at the bottom I got it a little too hot, and the browning solution, the acid, reacted different with the barrel being that hot. And no matter how much steel wool and how much I heated it and reapplied it, I could not get this part of the barrel to match the rest of this. So don't get it too hot. I think it's around 245, 275 degrees is what you need to have the solution work to brown it really well. So don't get your barrel too hot, or you'll end up with some blotching on your barrel. Other than that, the biggest challenges I think were these eyelets and those little bolts in there that holds them in, trimming those little suckers so that you can clear it with the ramrod. And definitely the tinions in here. Holy smokes. Had to take a lot of material off these tinions to get them in the dovetails. Go really, really easy when you're putting these in. Remember to use that wooden dowel rod or a brass punch so you don't mess up your finish on your barrel. And don't make the mistake I did. Make sure the flat spot's on the back of the barrel facing you like you're shooting it. Don't put the slope part pointing backwards. Really enjoyed putting this thing together, and I hope you guys that watch this video learn something from it. Don't make some of the mistakes that I did putting this together. I'm still really, really happy with it, but you learn a little bit from everything you do. This is the first one I've ever built, and from here we'll take it out, put a few rounds down range, and see if we can ring some steel on a steel plate and get this sucker sighted in. Now, this is not going to be the end of this video series. We're going to melt some lead, pour some round balls, do all of that, and this fall I'm going to do a video series where I'm taking this thing to the woods and hunting white-tailed deer here in the mountains in the southeast. If all goes well, maybe we'll have a nice little video where I take a buck with it or something, or maybe a doe, or who knows if I'm hunting the swamp, maybe I'll get a wild boar or something. But stick around. You'll be able to see this thing go from the kit to the woods and hopefully land across the shoulder of a nice buck or something. So here's the rifle that my dad built back in 1982. And here's the rifle that we just finished. This is a Thompson Center Hawken. Of course, the wood is so much higher quality firearm. This is black walnut stock, and his stock turned out really, really great. And he built that in '82. And I used that kit right there that he used on his rifle to finish out this rifle, which is a Traditions Kentucky Deluxe long rifle. So that's pretty cool. Looking at a difference of 40, see, that would be 43 years. 43 years difference between when he built this and me finishing this up today.